Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to do what I don't really believe in doing, but sometimes it gives me an escape route by stating that I stand on the already established protocol. You know, sometimes from my background, when you say you stand on something or you agreed with something, if you don't really know the details, I think it is like trying to commit suicide. But all the same, I think in this very distinguished gathering, I can afford to just borrow and say I stand on the existing protocol which was established in my absence. I would like first of all to apologize for not coming on time because I spent almost 1.5 hours between the gate to this room. It's not really my fault, but I think because this gathering is a very important one to all of us in Nigeria. So please forgive me for the late coming. Before I attempt to maybe say one or two things on the questions, I would like to maybe again borrow from my background as a social scientist. In Nigeria, we are very, very happy to jump into a debate or a conversation without really understanding what, the topic is or what the subjects are. Here, I'm referring to the fact that we are all in agreement that there is a problem in Nigeria. But the question, which may sound so simple, but still very difficult to answer, and which is still not yet answered, is what is the problem with Nigeria? We even have some books written by very eminent Nigerians trying to, understand or tell us what they think the problem of Nigeria is. I was able to hear some issues being mentioned about corruption, ethnicity, religion, maybe injustice generally, and maybe to some extent also lack of adherence to the rule of law. But if we are really still to ask, have we gotten a definition of the problem with Nigeria? If we are not able to do that, maybe that is the starting point, especially for those of us in opposition. We seem to understand the problem, so to speak, but the way we act differently, which means our belief and our understanding of the problem is not really what we think it is. So maybe we'll try in the next couple of months, since the campaign has started, to do what Governor Peter Obi said, but I don't want to set another debate because we have been very close with him, even before I ventured into politics. In our convention in Bauchi about 2 weeks ago, I said as the chairman of that convention that we are set to reset. Now, I heard Mr. Peter Obi some few days ago when he gave a press conference talking about redesigning or resetting Nigeria. So at least you can see that the opposition are coming closer. And maybe there are a lot of other details that we will need to sit down and thrash out. But when you talk about 3 top priorities, sometimes I don't know what is sacrosanct about 100 days. I've been trying to follow 100 days since maybe the time I was in school. But then the argument being pushed forward don't seem to tally. Why 100 days? If someone is elected in Nigeria, is supposed to spend 4 years. But now somebody is saying 100 days. And there is no provision that if you don't really perform within the first 100 days, there is any sanction that is reserved for you. And we are not even near any election. Not even to talk of like the way they do in the United States mid-term. Our election is first and last when the term expires. So but 100 days, to answer the question, the first and most important thing to do is to be able to pick people in the cabinet that have quality and that have capacity. Not people that you like or people that you feel should be close to you. We were there, we knew the major problem of democracy in Nigeria from the onset in 1999 has been continuous ignorance of security vetting reports being put forward to executives, whether at the state level or even at the federal level, where people that are about to be nominated to sensitive offices may not have a favorable vetting report, but they will still go ahead using their executive power to appoint them. And that is from day one that government has been doomed to fail.
Okay.
We have witnessed it, we have seen it. So of what essence is the vetting report? And again, when you are looking for people to place in government positions, you have to really look at the background very well. Anybody that is being touted for appointment can be placed in government, but let him be placed properly. But taking a square peg in a round hole is not really the best for us. And again, within the first 100 days, the rhetoric about whether you want to reverse a major policy that has affected life or whether you want to sustain it, again, that is something that cannot be said in a superficial manner.
Okay.
It is something that ought to really be even subjected to a debate by the larger Nigerian society or community.
Okay.
And therefore, I think the way we go about setting up to start our administration whenever we win election, I think it should be revisited.
Okay.
And then lastly,
no, it's fine. You've answered all the questions.
Okay. Lastly, due to time, I would like to say we have an issue in this country. It is not about the party in government or those in opposition. It is all of us. And what is that? We all know what is supposed to be done, but none of us, or few of us, are attempting to do it. And we are never questioned, and nobody questioned them, or nobody questioned us. And I think until we decided that yes, Nigeria is supposed to be an egalitarian society.
Okay.
All Nigerians must be equal before the law.
Okay.
Until we are ready to do that, we will remain at the station for a very long time to come.
All right, thank you.
But unfortunately, in this current dispensation, if we are able to get into government, definitely things must change.
Thank you
very much.